This week we're talking about hunting grouse and off-roading in the snow.
Yeah, let's educate a few grouse about how my oven works.
Hey.
Roughies.
Just in case there's a gaggle of them, I'll shoot them all.
Oh,
Here we go.
Ooh, it's looking a little chilly out there, man. Got a base layer on for the first time all year. Look at these big giant socks. It's crisp and cold outside with a fresh layer of snow, and I could not be more stoked to get out into the bush and onto the trails. I'm visiting my buddy Jeremy just a little bit north of where I live. He's not here right now, but you'll meet him shortly. He's a scholar and a gentleman and an all-around swell guy, and this is his place. It's a beautiful homestead right in the middle of the Canadian forest.
It's already getting icy. Man, look out.
It's a killer spot. And Jer shoots a lot of content here for his own YouTube channel, One Wildcrafter. You should totally go check it out. He does some pretty cool stuff over there. And he's got a lot of things to show you on this property. I'll leave that to him, though. I'm going grouse hunting. But first, I got to get this Jeep warmed up and tell you a little bit about the flow of the day.
all right, while the truck's warming up, here's the plan for the day. So Jer had to head into university. He's teaching a class this morning. He's going to meet me sometime around lunch. In the meantime, I'm going out solo. As you can see, they've had a really nice little dusting of snow here, and it's actually pretty cold. I think it's about -5. So it's my first time all year having an underlayer on, but these are great conditions to hunt grouse in. Last time I was here, it was green hell, man. Every single leaf was on every single tree. We heard a bunch of birds, but literally didn't even see one, and an entire day of hunting was just never getting eyes on a bird. Completely different situation and conditions today. Every single leaf off every single tree is gone, so that's awesome. And this dusting of snow is really going to help. If I feel so inclined and I see any tracks, I can follow them. I can go chase down birds. So this is awesome. I'm looking forward to hunting these conditions. I haven't actually hunted grouse in nice snowy conditions for a couple of years. So this is going to be awesome, man. Let's get on it.
Now we're getting into it. So this morning, I'm just going to cover some of these logging roads that are not too far from Jeremy's house. I'm pretty sure this afternoon he's going to want to do some bushwhacking. It's typically what we do together. We get into the thick stuff, which is really fun, but I have good luck on these logging roads too, so I'm just going to try and do some miles in the Jeep right now. I'm going to cover some ground, see if there's any birds, see if this cold is holding them up or what's going on. You know, I'll get out and poke around a little bit if and when I see a bird or I see some good habitat or whatever. But really right now I just want to cover some miles and try and figure out maybe what the birds are doing with this first snow and first little cold snap of the season. Kind of nice to be here at this time. All right, we're getting well off the beaten path now. You can tell it's not plowed anymore. Have a look at the goat trail here. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You see this real sort of thick stuff on a snowy day? This is exactly what I kind of see in my mind as a bunch of birds maybe holding up in the trees, maybe popping down for a little pecky nosh. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. So I'm gonna find a place to park and just start walking some of this. Yeah, man, this is looking good. I like it. And for reference, I'm probably about 15, 16 clicks in off that main trail that we started out on. Yeah, we're getting into it now. Hey, you know what? I've been down this one before. I remember this little stream. We're just gonna cross this stream and then try and find a place to park. But nothing to that. It's not very deep. And the Jeep doesn't give a fuck. Look at that. All right, now we're getting into a spot where no one else is gonna be for sure. And I got a little parking spot up to the right there. Okay, buddy. Let's talk about some birds in here, dude. This is a great place to start.
Got the GoPro all mounted up for you guys. Let's hunt.
Little fox were through here this morning.
Nothing yet, but it's also worth noting this is the time of year when the varying hares, what a lot of people call snowshoe hares around here, haven't fully changed color. They turn from brown, sort of rabbity color to pure white in the wintertime. And since it's so early in the season, a lot of times they haven't fully molted, they haven't fully changed color, and they get a lot easier to pick out on this snowy terrain. So if I saw a hare, I would certainly think about one for the pot.
Oh man, this beautiful stuff. There's got to be some birds in here somewhere.
But there weren't any on this stretch. I walked a few clicks, spent a lot of time looking up in trees, thinking that's probably where they're going to be in this kind of weather, but to no avail.
Right. Well, I just walked a couple clicks and no movement at all.
Haven't even seen many tracks. I'm going to turn around, head back to the truck, and I might drive this actually a little bit further in or pick a different spot. Not sure, but every chance that on the way back, now I've got a couple kilometers to hunt on the way back, that a bird has come out onto the trail or sidled up. So you never know, man. Anyway, I'm headed back to the truck.
Just about back at the truck, and here's that first set of grouse tracks that I saw right there. Let me zoom in so you can see what one looks like. And she's headed this way. And the reason I didn't follow these in is because it's right by the truck, and I knew I could do it now. So I might just have a quick bust in to some of this thicker stuff. But just because you saw a track doesn't mean that bird's close. That's a fresh-ish track. That's from this morning for sure. But that bird could be miles from here from now. But I'm just going to have a quick little snoop in there before I fire up the truck. So you can see there's actually a bunch of tracks here. She turned around a couple times. My guess is that she went down to this little creek for a drink this morning. See that little creek there? She's nowhere in sight right now, though. And in these kind of spots, it's always worth looking up for footballs into the cover. They roost in this kind of stuff. And especially when it's cold on first snow, they'll stay in that kind of stuff most of the day and just kind of come down a couple times to feed. But she's not here now. And we're back at the Jeep. Let's roll. Let's keep moving. And you know what? You see this little trail right here across from where I parked? I think I'm going to crawl up that a little bit. This isn't deep at all. That's nothing. And there's not much snow. I think it's worth headed into some of that thicker, scrubbier stuff. See what's going on. Let's see if there's any birds in here. Can I get over that? Let's find out, buddy. See how deep this is. Spot number 2.
Got a deer in here. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Just being a deer out here? All right.
Right there is a set of freshish tracks, definitely from this morning. Headed right up into this stuff. I'm not going to bust it now, but I may go in there on my way back out of here. It's a little thick, but looks like a good bird, I'll tell you that. I'll eat you, buddy. And hey, you know what? She might have come back up out of there. Look at that. Where'd you go, lady?
Hey, dude. I like you, but nobody else cares.
A little tiny bit of snow starting to come down, but that's all right. That's nothing, man. Look at this spot, though. Beautiful.
Beautiful, but birdless. I walked for kilometers, like many kilometers, and still no birds, but look what I'm walking in. Now, I spent most of my life in this country. I was born here, I grew up here, and I spent a lot of time in places like this. But despite all of that, the endless beauty of the Canadian forest after the first snow never ceases to blow me away. And birds or no birds, these are the days that make me feel so lucky to live here.
Complete habitat change. Let's try in here for a bit. Big open shots, like there's a lot of space in these kind of spots. Now, they don't usually hold a ton of birds. This is a man-made environment. And there's a lot less biodiversity, but there's food. There's pine cones and stuff, and nuts, and you know, the odd scrubby bit of leftover berry stuff, etc. So it's entirely possible. And man, you'd like to shoot in that stuff. It's nice and open. So here's the first example of a really good varying hare track or snowshoe hare track. Fresh, headed that way. I'm actually going to follow him. This open stuff is really easy to whack. It's not even whacking really, it's just walking, getting around the odd little bit. Let's see if he's in there. And who knows, maybe we scare up a bird while we're there in there too. Yeah, bunny. Where'd you go, little bunny? So I was just investigating some tracks right off of his that were headed the other way, and I was like, there's two in here. No. Look at this sneaky guy. He turned around right here. All right, well, you didn't lose me, okay? You little shit. I got your number. Yeah, see, he went right back the way he came. Sneaky little dude. Well, he lost me. There's his tracks going right into this stuff. And there's more snow in there. I don't have the boots for this. I think he wins this round. Just gotta find my way back out to the main road. And this is the nice thing about this little dusting of snow here. A couple inches is all you need to find your way back out. I don't have GPS with me or anything. I mean, I always have a compass in my pocket, so that's all right, but I could always figure it out. But it's kind of nice just to have tracks to show you where you've been and where you're headed to get back out. A lot of twists and turns in this kind of terrain, right? You can turn around really easily. Am I right? Yeah, buddy. It's got to be back this way.
And indeed it was all good in the hood, but still no birds. Piece of cake getting back to the truck though.
All right, season 4. I got to find myself a turnaround. There isn't one in here that I can see readily, so I got to go a little further up this. That ice is thicker than it looks, man. I could have walked on some of that. That's surprising already. Okay, let's get rid of little beans up the hill here so we don't get stuck. There we go. Got them beans in that Jeep, bud. Oh, and here's our old friend, Mr. Tree. Sorry, Mr. Tree. I love driving Jeep. Okay. There's that little creek. Let's go, buddy. Let's torque it out. Nope. That's what I'm talking about, bud. All right. All right, well, tough morning. Covered a few more miles. I'm on my way back out to meet Jeremy now and have lunch. 0 birds sighted. Just a few tracks so far, but there's the whole rest of the day, so still feeling optimistic. I'm loving these conditions, man. I just like being out in it. I wish I had more time. I wish I had like a few days. Just is what it is, man. I'll hunt what I can hunt.
And from here, headed straight back to the old homestead to meet Jeremy, have a little spot of lunch, and head back out as an unstoppable two-headed killing machine.
All right, lunch has occurred. We have also picked up One Wildcrafter, Jeremy.
Yep.
And we're headed back out to a different area, totally different area. And hopefully there's a few birds dropping down out of the trees. So it was really cold this morning. Here's what I think is going to happen, or here's what I hope is going to happen. It's getting warmer, man. It's nice out, actually. It's like 3 degrees. Hopefully that's going to get these birds dropping down out of their roosts and walking about and getting shot by this guy right here. All right, we're headed off to a whole new area. This is exciting. I haven't actually been down this particular road. I don't think. Have I been down here?
I think so.
Have I?
I can't imagine we've been hunting here this long and we haven't been down this road, but maybe
I don't remember it. I know I've been down that main road and further in, and
You'll know as soon as we get there. We park at a big hydroelectric corridor.
oh, maybe.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Anyway, I'm stoked. Saw a little bit of sign this morning, not a ton, but like I said, I'm really hoping that now that the weather is warming up, you know, the day's getting warmer, that they're gonna start coming down and pecking around, man, looking for some nash.
Yeah, that's a good spot for hares too.
Yeah, I'd love to shoot a rabbit, man. I haven't shot a hare for a couple of years now. I haven't just been out to hunt for them at all.
Okay. Yeah, I don't usually target them unless I'm snaring hares.
All right, we're starting off on this old snowmobile track, seeing where it takes us. We've already seen some bird tracks and some bunnies. So this is interesting. Last time Jared and I were out hunting in the early season, we were discussing the rules around road hunting.
Yeah.
And generally, like down in my area, in central Ontario anyway, the law is 8 meters. And I always thought that was province-wide, but Jared was saying actually that it is not province-wide up here. That's not the law.
No.
On a loaded firearm. So like, what is the rule here?
So it's really about whether a road is municipality maintained, which means like a city is maintaining the road, plowing it, grading it, whatever.
Yeah.
So on all these bush roads, which are not maintained road or municipality maintained,
Yeah.
there is no rule. It's you can shoot on the road.
Oh, and
from the
yes,
road.
that's the same in ours though. I think we're saying the same thing. Like, if it's we call it, I don't know if it's classified the same down our way. They're called unassumed roads.
Yeah.
Where the municipality doesn't assume liability
Yeah.
for them. As soon as you're on an unassumed road, you can shoot on the road.
Yeah.
It's a throughway, like a public throughway.
Yeah.
That's maintained by the city. You have to be 8 meters from it.
Yeah.
So is that the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, but up here it's different. It's like you can't be on the traveled portion of the road.
Yes.
So if you take one step off, even on an assumed road, I think you're legal.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There are these distinctions. And then the other thing, like the road that we were on in the fall
Yeah.
is a big road with a lot of traffic,
Yeah.
but it's not municipality maintained.
Right.
So you can have a loaded firearm on the road, is my understanding, and shoot from the road, shoot on the road. Where you do get into trouble, though, is you can be charged with careless discharge of a firearm.
Right.
So if you're shooting on the road and it's deemed to be like careless shooting, where there's like traffic or like people in view or whatever,
Yeah.
you could be in violation of
You
that.
could catch a charge for sure.
But for walking down the road, like say I'm on an ATV trail and then I walk down the road to another one,
yeah.
firearm can still be loaded. And
So that's interesting. So even on an assumed road, one that is like maintained by the county, you're saying as long as you're not physically on the road, there's no 8 meter
yeah,
thing.
so you could be unloaded
Yeah.
and you can take step off,
Yeah.
load, and shoot something from that not traveled portion of the roadway.
Interesting.
The 8 meter rule doesn't apply up here.
Okay, because down our way, that's not a thing.
Well, and it's when I was looking at the regs, it's for Southern Ontario, but they name specifically all the counties where that rule is in effect. So it might even be different.
Where I am then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume like down in Niagara and stuff, like in those ag areas, it's a lot stricter even than where I am.
Yeah.
And then it's stricter where I am than where you are, probably. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's all well and good, but let's shoot some birds.
Yeah, the education portion's over.
Yeah, the educational portion is over. Now we just shoot guns.
We're gonna educate a few birds.
Yeah, let's educate a few grouse about how my oven works.
All right, I'm out and about with the Instagram famous Steve Lukacic. Check him out at Stevie_funfur. You all know who he is. When's your YouTube channel launching?
Soon, man. Like, it's a matter of mere weeks. Yeah, come on over. It's going to be the exact same as my Instagram, Stevie_funfur. And I'm going to try and do all the same stuff that I do on Instagram, you know, like hunting, fishing, foraging.
Oh, there's one.
Gardening, etc. Yeah, where'd you see him?
Right down the road. Get him.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Look at it. He's got his... Ah, buddy!
There's going to be more because he had his rough out. He's showing off for somebody.
Hold on. It's not moving until I get loaded up here. I like to have a couple just in case. Just in case there's a gag of them, I'll shoot them all.
Might have just been showing off for us.
Maybe. He was like all about your YouTube channel. It was all.
Yeah, right? And that's exactly the kind of stuff you're going to see on my YouTube channel. Okay, where's your buddy? Where's your buddy, homie?
Have a little look for tracks. There's more than one grouse track on the ground here.
Got him.
Oh, yeah. Missed. Oh, there was like 4 of them up there.
I hit him.
There's another one above you.
Where?
Straight up. Straight up forward. Here, you hold my camera. I'll shoot him.
Hey, bud.
Oh.
Oh, he's hung up.
Ah.
I hit that other one. I got to go look.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw feathers come off.
Okay. Wow, they were up. They were up. There were 4 of them.
This is what was happening this morning, man. They were just all sitting up because of this new snow.
Yeah.
I couldn't cut a track barely this morning.
We were lucky that this guy was on the ground, or we would have walked under those guys.
Right under these.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to get a stick and get that one out. And I got to go find that other bird. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Man, there was another one too, eh?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
I must have just walked under one, Jersey.
Oh, you hung up.
Oh, I see him. I see him. Come on, buddy. There he is. He's done. He's done. Yeah, good shot, buddy.
And I see my guy there. I'm going to have to get a big long stick to get that out. It was worth that big long morning, man. 5 minutes we've been out. That's awesome.
All right, Jared's going to try and shake him out. Hey, good job, man. That was one shake. And there's tree bird number 1. Hold on, I can't even get in there. It's a little thick. There's a good one. Beautiful.
Okay, I really know how to take it.
Jared really knows how to shake his moneymaker. So there's the 2 I shot. Hey, that's a nice big adult bird, man. Look at this male, man. Woo, he was putting on a show for us. I didn't show you. I'll try and get Jared's footage. We were talking on his camera when these guys came out. And I didn't get it on my camera, maybe on the GoPro, but there's 2. And Jared's got one down, and I've got another one that I saw feathers come off that I have to go and bust in there and have a look. Nice. Jared just recovered his bird. Yeah, that's a nice one, man. Another nice male.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Hey.
Roughies.
Roughies, man.
Roughing them up.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, there's Jared's bird. Of course, I get the game bag for all this. There's one. Hold on, I can barely get it in, dude. You know what it is? It's this stupid camera. I've got it cinched on there so tight, that little GoPro. It's, hold on,
Oh,
the other side.
You're just getting old and you're not flexible anymore.
That could be it too. Hold on, I'm just gonna take it off.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
Nice.
Look at that, my game bag's already starting to get full. That's what I like to see.
Jared's actually just busted in. He wants to parallel me along the road, and he's going to check about that bird that I took a feather off. I didn't actually see it drop, but I saw the feather come off.
I think it was a branch. I think you hit a branch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I saw branches, but I didn't see any feathers.
Okay, well, maybe we're all right, but it's worth a look anyway.
Yeah, they might be up in another tree in here, too.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you might get another shot. I'm going to look forward straight ahead, and you look that way.
Beautiful. Come on, birdie. We're just getting started here. Jared, I think you made the smart choice doing the parallel. Pretty mucky in here. Well, while I'm figuring out how the hell I'm getting through that, I know there's at least one more bird that we didn't get a shot at, if not more, because there was one that I thought I hit. Jared thinks maybe I didn't hit it, so there could be 2 this way. Anyway, let me get through this and we'll see what happens.
All right, we're on the board, buddy.
Yeah.
Right? That was a good little start. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I can't believe I duffed one in a tree, though. Well, I mean, it can happen, but, you know, I don't have to like it. It's like, I can't remember ever missing one in a tree.
Yeah, and you're shooting nice shells, too.
Yeah, they're actually, you know what? That one, I really felt the second one when I used my full choke.
Yeah.
You know, I have 2 triggers.
Oh, yeah.
The front, my cylinder bore, or my improved cylinder bore one, that trigger came back and hit me in the finger, man. I really feel it.
Well,
yeah, these ones got some kick. They're number 6s, but they got a nice,
yeah,
they got a nice little powder keg on the back for those long shots. And that really pays when they're like 30, 40 yards out.
See, I always buy the bulk packs of target loads, like number 4s,
yeah,
2 3/4 inch, and they don't have a lot of oomph. But like for most of the shooting I do, I'm up close and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, in 20 yards.
But then those
more
long shots, it makes a big difference, I think.
Here, like that one that came out and strutted, that was probably 30, and it was like nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just brought them right down.
Yeah.
So I like it clean, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want them to feel anything. But anyway, that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's exactly what I thought was happening this morning, is that they were just holding up. You know, I was really hoping these warm temperatures will bring them down. And like you said, we got really lucky that one was down on the ground and strutted. We wouldn't have even know those birds were there.
Probably not.
You know, you kind of wonder, like this morning, how many did I walk right under? You know, I was looking for footballs the whole time, but unless they move, man, you just don't see them. Like, they're hard, man. You have to really, really be looking. That guy really helped us out. Thanks, buddy.
Grouse just lifted up in front of Jer out there. I'm going to just hang back and let him do his thing. Actually, I should catch up in case there's more than one. Hold on. So we're just at the point where Jer thinks that bird busted out. He thinks there's even maybe two. And we're just sort of deciding if we're going to go in and push and see. But you tell me what you think. But in my experience, after you bump them once, every time you bump them again, they flush further out. I feel like it's diminishing returns.
Yeah, I mean, I've flushed birds and then gone in and found them again, and they've been on the ground and I've shot them.
Yeah, I've done
I
it
think
too, but
as
it's just...
a general rule. Yeah, the more times you bump them, the further they go and the more skittish they become.
Well, the further, like, I find like the further that flight reaction is. You bump them once, you know, you're probably pretty close. You bump them the second time, you're at sort of a medium distance.
Yeah.
Then the third time and every subsequent time, they're just taking off like 50, 60, 80 yards away and you don't get a shot. So what do you think? Do you think it's worth it to like try and bust this? Give it a quick shot or?
I think we should just keep hunting the road, and like sometimes they'll come back out.
100%.
Right? So
Yeah, we've got a good long hike, right? We're going in for like an hour or something.
yeah, depending on how fast we go, yeah.
Yeah, so like, you know, there's every chance that on the way back, they're back out on the road feeding or whatever, or close again. So yeah, let's leave those, man, for sure.
It's an old steering wheel. Yeah. That's amazing. Driving down the old dusty trail, eh, Jer?
Go in the back of your Jeep for a spare.
Yeah, I might need one. The amount of things I break on that on an annual basis, I'm going to kill a steering wheel at some point.
Yeah, might be happy to have that one.
I told you, I bent my whole steering column. I just replaced it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, good times. I hit a huge rock
This morning, man, you guys didn't see it on camera, but I frickin' nailed a big boulder. Kind of bottomed out a bump stop on the right-hand side. I'm slightly worried about it for the drive home, but it seemed to be driving straight, so that's all I can ask for.
Oh, man, look at this, man. This is what it's all about. This is beautiful.
You talking about me?
Yeah, I was talking about you, man. You're such a handsome fellow. Actually, I was talking about all these nice little spruces until you wrecked it.
Fresh one too.
Look at these nice, fresh Fisher tracks, man. And we think he probably had something with him. At first, Jer was thinking that was maybe a body slide. But in fact, there's a little bit of blood in there. That Fisher was dragging something that he just killed with him. He might have just got one of those birds that we wounded. That I did. Okay, I'll own it. Okay, I'll own it.
Yeah, okay.
It was me. All right.
Yeah, that's what Steve was just talking about. There's like a body imprint here. There's one little speck of blood in there.
Came through here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's more specks, but then there's these really nice Fisher tracks in this fresh snow.
Yeah, absolutely. Just perfect. Like prototypical, like you'd see it in a book.
Yeah.
These prints, man. They're perfect.
You want to run him down and steal his food?
Yeah, right? Let's pull his grouse off him. Absolutely perfect tracks. Just checking out this this river here. Jer was saying once in a while there's a few ducks in here. Thought we might pop one, but no ducks. Pretty though. And it must be moving pretty good. Like it's every other piece of water we've seen has been frozen. This guy's got a good little current in there, eh? Oh, what a nice spot. Beautiful. There's a really cool waterfall here. I'm gonna try and get down there and show you guys. If I get this thing to zoom.
There we go. See that down there? Let's get down there and look at that thing.
See what I'm saying?
This kind of stuff is like half the reason you come out here, man. It's like the birds are nice, but this is right up there.
Oh yeah. That's slippery. Very slippery. But beautiful. Tell me there's not a bunch of brook trout right there. Right in there. Should have brought a rod. Maiden's power.
Yeah, when these things are dry, they go like snot. They're just covered in snow.
Climbs all the way up.
It just climbs and it looks wicked. It kind of worked.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, we're on our way back out, but there's this little side trail we never checked out here. And me and the One Wildcrafter are gonna give it our best business and just see a little narrow one. Look at that. It's tight, but it looks birdy. So we just took that side trail all the way to the end here. We're back down at another section of that river. Looks sweet in there, man. I know there's brook trout in there, man. Like, tell me you're not thinking about like just putting a worm and a hook in there.
Yeah.
Right now. I want to throw a Castmaster all the way across that calm stuff. Just blast one.
But I think we'll turn around, do a little quick loop around here, start heading back towards the truck, and hopefully get time to hit another spot. I'm not sure if we do. It's already like 3:30. So time's getting on. Time marches forward, but at least we got a few in the game bag. I'd like a few more though.
Oh, hey, look at this. I was just saying my left foot is actually a little bit soaked through. Perfect timing, guy.
Now, friends, my apologies. I've got a crazy thing that happened that I have to explain to you rather than show you. Unfortunately, the GoPro died just a minute or two before I heard these two grouse in these spruces. You see that insanely thick line of young spruce down the right-hand side of the trail? Well, I heard these birds in there literally about 15 feet in front of me. And I stalked along this trail for the better part of 5 or 10 minutes, gun up, trained on the spot where I was hearing that sound, and just could not get a shot to save my life. It was a heartbreaker, but it was like a heart thumper too. Super fun.
I can't believe that just happened. The two smartest grouse I've ever run into in my life. See this real big thick stuff? The trail is actually on the other side. I stalked two grouse inside. They stayed on the inside of this thick stuff for the longest time, right steps ahead of me, and I could not get them to flush out onto the trail. They stayed in it. One of them finally came out this side and flushed up into the bush, but there was another one. And I got all the way around and I saw her twice, but just barely. It's so thick in there. And I just kind of took a guess at where she was eventually. I've been working on this for like a good, how long, Jer? 5-10 minutes? I've been working on it. I kind of guessed where she was, put a shot in, and I didn't hit it. It took off, it got out and flew up. I didn't get a second shot, but man, that was like, those were the smartest grouse, man. They held so tight in there. I can't believe that happened. Oh, that could have been two more for the pot. That was tough. That was like green hell, but in winter. Just never saw them. Never really saw them. I saw the one bust after. I kept hearing them though. And then I kind of guessed where the other one was and took a pot shot and didn't work out. But I had no other option. It's so thick I couldn't flush them out. Anyway, that was fun. She didn't land that far. I could probably bushwhack and maybe see if I can chase that second one. I might try.
Incredible. That thing sat tight and let me flush it again. It was right on top of me and I didn't hear it till it was too late and it was behind me. Now we're trying to go in the direction that it flew. It went this way. Like, they're not known for being smart birds, but like when they want to be, man, they have amazing instincts. That's fun though. That's exciting, man. That's awesome. There could be more holding in here. And she went that way. All right, well, no luck. I'm almost back out to the trail here. Let's see if I can get through. Yeah, okay, we're through. Oh, I just got snow down my neck. Oh, that felt good. Got a bunch of snow down my neck. Hold on. Oh, I'm just gonna grin and bear it. I don't want to put my gun down. Oh, missed opportunity. Oh man, you dream about those ones. Never caught up with her. She got too smart for me. Anything? Nah. Those were little smarty pants, man.
All right, well, that looks like we're out of hunting light.
Yeah.
That was really close, those last two. But anyway, we had a good little hunt there.
Yeah.
We're only out for a couple hours, but it was cool. Productive, had a good time, and we learned some things. Hey man, they came right back almost to the exact same spot where we started out with those birds.
Yeah.
They wanted to group back, like you were saying earlier, like, sometimes in the fall, how you hunt turkeys, how you scatter them, and then you call and you try and get them to come back together. We're kind of wondering if that, like, you can't call it grouse necessarily, but like, apparently there's guys on the internet who can do it, but I don't really buy it.
Heard them calling each other.
Yeah.
After you frighten them, and it's a call you can make with your mouth. It's just like a high pitched. It's
Do
like
it.
when a robin, like a.
Do it.
You know when a robin does that?
Oh yeah,
But like more whistly and less shing.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like they did kind of group back up. So, I mean, I kind of know that behavior. I've seen it before, but like this is kind of confirming that this is in multiple times now where I've seen that where it's like, you know, you have a little melee, you got to shoot, and then on the way back, they're in the same spot.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a good hunt, man. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. Well.
Brutal roads crawling home. There was a huge storm down my way, and there wasn't up in North Bay. I lost control twice on Highway 11. It was just black ice. There were cars and trucks all over. And look at Highway 35, man. They haven't plowed it. People have been driving on it. It hasn't got salt, nothing. I'm crawling, man, doing 50 or 60 when I should be doing 100. Anyway, it's going good so far, but man, Highway 11 was fucking sketchy, dude. That was a lot of cars and ditches, and I was almost one of them.
Home sweet home. Oh, jeez, man. So we got a little bit of snow while I was gone, it appears. Look at that. It's over a foot, man. That's crazy. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. Huge shout out to my buddy Jeremy. Go check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. Subscribe over there, and please do subscribe to this channel right here. I literally just started it, and I'm having a ball making these videos. Now, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you learned something new if you're just getting started with grouse hunting, and I hope you got some food for thought, even if you're an experienced hunter. And I hope even if you're not a hunter, you got an accurate picture of what these hunts are often like. You don't always shoot a limit. Sometimes you make mistakes, and sometimes the birds just don't cooperate. It's all part of it, and honestly, that's really what I want this channel to be all about. Super mega realness. I'm not gonna go and do 5 hunts and cut it down into 15 minutes so you think I'm shooting the lights out every single time. That's just not what I'm about. I want to share stuff with you in the realest way possible, and hopefully have a bunch of laughs along the way. So anyway, cheers, thanks for watching. Check out another video if you got time, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week on the next one.